Good morning! Welcome to my first Saturday morning video. Glad to meet everybody. Glad you're here. Hope you have a little cup of coffee. Can sit down and have a little chat, get to know each other. This is my first foray into videotaping or vlogging. I'm pretty excited. Started it up as a little hobby, and this is the first official shoot day, so should be fun, hopefully. Please bear with me. I am not a technical person, or I don't know how I'm going to edit all this, but I'm going to try. So it's going to be kind of a mishmash, not going to be smooth. Very sorry for that. Was going to get a little earlier this morning and do this, and was all ready to roll, and I thought, oh, I'm going to just lay down for a few more minutes, and I did, and then I woke up and it was 9:30, so a little delayed on what I'm doing today. So here we go, I guess. Today my son's going to come over for a little visit. Forced or not, he's coming. And we're going to take off over to Red Wing and have a little outing and hit a couple thrift stores. I got a couple that I like. Think we might be too late for one time he gets here, because I called him when I got up and he was not awake either. So, and he's kind of a college town boy, and I can imagine how he's feeling today. So he'll be over and we're going to take a little foray over town. Kind of got up and I was going to do my first morning video with no makeup on. I set my hair last night before I went to bed, and this is what I usually do. I just rewrapped it because it's all wanky all over the place when I wake up. So I thought I'm going to do my makeup today, because I thought, oh, I'm pretty scary in the morning. When I get a little more comfortable do this, I'll do the whole no makeup thing, but I thought, oh, at least I'm going to get my makeup done so I feel more comfortable, I guess. That would be it. Kind of don't really do makeup tutorials or hair tutorials. I'm not really good at that. I just kind of wing it. There's some awesome ladies on YouTube that have some great channels for all that type of stuff, and very detailed, and that's kind of what helped me learn how to set my hair and help with my makeup, and I'm still learning that. I'm kind of a girl of the 80s, and I kind of get stuck in that 80s eye makeup all the time. I've kind of toned down the rest of the makeup. Got that, but that I'll start trying to do that vintage or pin-up looking eye makeup, and it ends up being like a flashback to college days 80s. Doesn't look good. You know what I'm talking about, girls. Or if not, I'm sure you've seen the movies or pictures if you're younger. It's pretty bright and bold, and yeah, not very classy, but I loved it. Loved it. Loved getting ready back then. Had the big permed hair. Was fun. Loved it. So my videos are going to be made up of kind of like getting ready, not tutorially wise, but just getting ready with me, and kind of visiting and talking, and love vintage stuff. Have a bunch of things that really got me into vintage was the passing of my parents, and for that my grandparents, of course, and kind of inheriting all of this stuff. And I've had it all kind of packed away for quite a while. And then I bought a vintage camper about 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, and 1971 Nomad, and that kind of got me into digging all that stuff out and using it. And then that's when I kind of started getting into vintage dressing, and didn't do the hair and stuff quite yet. It was just the clothes and the accessory items, the jewelry and stuff, things left over for my mom, some grandma stuff. And then last year, or was it 2 years ago, we went to Vegas, and I was Googling, because I love history. Anytime we travel, it's history, history, history. Google it, try to find the historic little places or the little nooks and crannies of the city, and or where locals hang out. Love that type of stuff. Do the tours too, of course. And I came across, I was looking for vintage Fremont Street, Vegas, just because of the vintage history of Vegas, and came across Lisa Fremont Street, and then that kind of got me into more of the rockabilly, I guess, and pinup a little bit, and the fashion of that and stuff, and looking back at all my mom's photo albums and everything, You know, she was born in, I believe, 27, and that was her time. The 40s and 50s and 60s, that was my mom's time. So I pull out these pictures and it's crazy. I'm going to try to bring this picture of my mom over. This is probably when she was, sorry if I'm out of frame, high school time or something, and when she's little and stuff, but I hope you can see this. I'm not, like I said. So this is my mother, and I don't know if you can see the side pictures or not, because I'm not very video literate here. I'll kind of scan it. So that's my mom. So then started going down that whole path of all that type of stuff, and it's just been fun ever since. Love it, love it, love it. My cousin Christy's really into it. My husband goes along with whatever we're doing. He's great. So that's kind of my evolution of getting into all of this stuff, is just living life and looking at those old photo albums, and kind of at a time in my life that my kids are kind of grown and kind of out of the house, one not, one yes, but living their independent lives and working, and I'm not mommy anymore. So trying to just find something to do, I guess, you know, just some hobbies, and I don't knit, crochet, or anything like that. Not needlepoint, not a scrapbooker. Like to do picture albums, but just putting it in albums and maybe writing little glyphs, but not doing the full scrapbooking deal. Wish I was into that. That'd be kind of a good hobby to do, but I used to do that stuff when I was younger. When my kids were growing up and stuff, I was into the scrapbooking and saving things, and I've got 8 million. Someday I will show you my photo album collection I have, because I have back from the 1800s, from my maybe great grandparents, I guess, up to present, and I have an astronomical amount of photo albums that I don't even have room for all of them. But so that's kind of just getting to know me a little bit, just kind of the surface. Started doing this just kind of as an outreach to other people who are kind of where I am in my time of life, and kind of looking back at those old photo albums too, and maybe some of you guys have a little vintage camper like I do, or so that's why I thought I needed an outlet, I guess. I needed to share this with somebody. I live in a community that's kind of small, and there really isn't too terribly much around here that's, I'd say, vintage or rockabilly or anything. I can go up to the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul. That's kind of a far stretch, and I'm not much of a traveler when it comes to driving up there for the evening or for whatever. Just kind of a homebody, I guess. My cousin Christy lives up in Chanhassen, and she kind of gets me motivated to go up there and do things. And we have some little adventures coming up that I'm going to share with you that we're going to be doing. Kind of nostalgic, vintage-based stuff. Going to be fun. So thanks for joining me for coffee. And I didn't even take any sip of it, I don't think, because I was afraid I was going to spill it or something. But in my coffee cup, which I love, I was on eBay, and I came across, you know, I was just looking at vintage dishes and glasses, and I obsess on eBay, and it's just awful. My credit card loves me, haha. And I came across this, I'm like, oh man, I remember these cups. My mom and dad had them. Don't have any now, so I ordered something. They didn't cost that much, and the shipping handling wasn't very much, and would have cost me more to go to my local Walmart or whatever to buy some anyway. So steal of a deal, got them. My cousin Christy came over, and she says, oh my god, my mom and dad had those cups too, and she still had one of the original cups from her parents. So they must have been, we're thinking maybe like a giveaway at a gas station or something, or because you see them, you can find them all over the place. So I'm thinking that's what they were. You know, you get gas, get a cup, or buy something at the grocery store and you get a cup or something like that. I'm not sure, but so I bought them, and every time I drink out of them, I use them all the time. I think of my parents. So I'm going to get ready for my day. My son should be here shortly if he didn't fall back to sleep. And we're going to head over to Red Wing, and I'm going to try to do a little bit of vlogging over there. I bought myself a monopole. Monopole, I think that's what it's called. It's just like one like a telescoping thing. I'm going to try to do video with that. I've never used it before. I can't even do the selfie pictures. Rotten at that. Can't even do that. So I hope you bear with my first things that I tape and video, because they're not going to be very good quality. They're going to be off center, they're going to be moving until I work it all out. So you're kind of going to be going along this little new adventure with me of figuring all this technology out, how to use it. Bear with the editing, who knows how. I'm afraid that I'm going to edit something and like cut something off I don't want to do. So a lot of my first vlogs are going to be kind of probably a little too long, a little rambling, lots of ums and uhs, but hopefully I'll get better with that. Hopefully I'll be able to do the nice editing like everybody does, and be able to do all that type of stuff. So welcome, and I hope to do stuff like maybe like Saturday coffees, a couple Saturdays a month. I know they say they like to have like schedules and stuff, and I'm not a very scheduled person. Very organized at my job life, disorganized at my home life. But I'm going to try to get better at that. So mine will be weekly, I'm hoping. Something every week. Maybe just a little coffee visit or whatever. But so, welcome. Thanks for coming to my channel. I love it. I'm just doing this as a hobby for fun, and hopefully meet some great people and make some acquaintance. Maybe I'll come across some people in my area here. Sorry, I'm moving on I'm sitting on a little antique piano stool that pivots, and I just started moving. I hope I haven't done that through the whole tape, because that's going to be really irritating. So I hope you come along. I hope you join in. Subscribe. It's great to have people that can like check in, and please comment or give me suggestions or helpful hints or whatever you want. I'd really appreciate that. That'd be awesome. And I don't know how to do the like, hey, and whatever I just talked about, link it below or look below and I'll post it below. I don't know how to do that yet. I'm going to try that. I did get my Facebook fan page, and it's, you know, Vintage Camper Gal. I did figure out how to make a page and link my Facebook and my YouTube, so you can interchange it. On my Facebook page, I put stuff on there all the time because I figured Facebook out. I get that. I know how to do that. So if you want to see like, where's Mary at, or what is she doing, or is she lost, or whatever, check my Facebook page, because I put stuff on there all the time. Good at Facebooking. Love that. And I probably put more stuff on that than on my YouTube at first, until I get the gist of all of this. So, I've said this before, welcome, thank you, come along with me. We're in for a visit, and hope you're going to come back for another one. Thanks a lot. We'll catch you next time.